What steps do you take during production to make sure each client's product is consistent and aligned with their brand?
Oh, okay.
When a brand partner is searching for a manufacturer, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Today, Cherie, CEO of Laguna Candles, is walking us through what that process really looks like. Cherie, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate the honor.
So, we're kind of peeling back the layers, getting behind the scenes to see how all of this works when it comes to manufacturing private label candles for other brands. When a new private label client comes to you, what are the most important things you need from them to get started successfully?
Good question. One of the first things I want to ask of them is I really want them to be clear about their vision. So that would be the most important thing. How do you envision this candle collection to either look, or what direction are you wanting to go with it? And that's important because it gives us a real clear idea of not only the vision, but we become help them to make that vision happen.
Yeah, very nice. And how do you balance bringing a client's vision to life while also guiding them toward what you know will perform well?
Being informative, making sure that we're specific in regards to not only from the wax all the way to the type of wick.
Mhm.
This vessel, would you want it repurposed? Just specific questions so that we're on the same page
Mhm.
and we align
Mhm.
together.
Mhm. What are some common misconceptions clients have about the timeline and what goes on in production?
Oh, that's a great question. It's funny because some come in with an idea based on our website, and it's pretty clear in regards to our MOQ and the various components of the candle. But some do come in and they have a much broader vision. So, therefore, you're looking at customization.
Mm.
And when you approach a custom product, i.e., a custom fragrance or a custom vessel, you may want something that is just a little bit aligned with what you had envisioned. It's important that you be mindful of the time it may take for us to make that happen. And
Exactly.
we have to, you have to be realistic. And yet at the same time, we want to do what we can to implement and be supportive of how you see it, and how you want the direction you've given us.
Yeah. I think in my experience on the sales end, in kind of overseeing projects, it's been that ones think they can have this custom curated fragrance and vessel and labels and packaging tomorrow.
Exactly.
And yet these larger brands who are established, they plan these things out months in advance, if not beyond that. So,
Absolutely.
in the summertime, they're already one step ahead for gifting season. And that seems absurd to some people. Like, why would it need to take that long? But from concept to execution, there definitely is time involved. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
something to
Absolutely.
keep
And
in
it, just
mind.
as you've mentioned, we're going into our busier season,
Hmm.
because during that period, we're prepping and they're wanting us to make sure that they meet that deadline for holiday or for the end of the year,
Hmm.
and so therefore it's important that they be really mindful of the time, and it's not going to happen in a
Yeah.
week and that type of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of fine tuning for
A lot
sure.
of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll move into production and really quality. What steps do you take during production to make sure each client's product is consistent and aligned with their brand?
Oh, okay. One key um, thing that we do, we really make sure that, and that involves testing,
Mm.
because there are times when one may want, let's say they want a specific color,
Mm-hmm.
And typically we really try to encourage going with the natural color of the wax.
Mm-hmm.
But even more so when you decide you're going to add a color, and again, we try to encourage going natural. That's time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a great deal of testing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, when we're doing a specific custom fragrance or even one of our fragrances, we still test. Once we will import that candle, we want to make sure that, and then not only that, many people know our background. We had a company called Hendrix Creative. So
Mm-hmm.
our background was product photography and graphic design. So even making sure that based on the logo they will have sent us or the logo we will have created, all of that coincides with what they have in mind in their vision, which can take time. But it takes a good amount of communication. And not only are we testing, but before we go and do start to pour all of the candles, we make sure that once that candle has been tested and we give the thumbs up, we shoot it and we send a photo so that they can truly see what this final product will look like and they're happy with it.
So that communication each step of the way is an
Exactly.
important element to make sure that that final product is to their liking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how do you manage multiple clients' orders at once while maintaining quality across the board?
That organization is key.
Yeah.
And making sure on schedule you have it, because you may think you just make sure that you organize, make sure you have it really tightly scheduled, make sure you meet more than once and talk about the project, make sure that client is on par with the direction you're going with the project. So those are steps that you want to take so that you don't miss the mark when it comes to maybe their launch. And it does happen at times, but that's why communication is of utmost.
Yeah.
It's vital that we not only communicate effectively, but not only that client is very clear, because they may have thought that they told us, but there was a launch that they had, and we, so those types of fine tuning and communicating openly, it just makes for a final, not only excellent product, but a final ending where they can go on and launch, and it's just a nice workflow with their project.
A smooth transition into retail or however they're going to.
Absolutely.
And I think you made a really good point that, again, that communication is involved, but even beyond the client, there's internal communication.
Absolutely.
So that things are smooth. We have like 3 calendars with projects on a digital, a big one in production, so that everybody's on the same page. And I see that working in our favor to make sure that things come out the door in the right way.
Yes.
Are there small details in the process that the client may not see, but that make a big difference in the final product?
One of the things that there are times that they may not see just the involvement and the workmanship that it takes. And I've mentioned this before, many people, I'm the founder CEO, but I have a team, including yourself. And so therefore, coming in on the weekends and just really making sure that this product, this final product, is what our clients would be happy with. But when we get feedback from them and then they say, not only was I happy with it, my customers loved it. Yeah. And so it just makes a really, it involves a lot more than just the time. I talked about communication, but it also involves discernment. Mm-hmm. And when I mention discernment, it's basically, it helps to navigate the complexity of the process. So therefore, making us aware of it, really giving thought, be mindful about how you want your project, how the candle, fragrance, from fragrance to wick to wax, and vessel. And that's why I encourage ones to, really be mindful of that.
Okay, thank you. So really this whole process is similar to, something that's really, cared for. At this point, it's like holding someone's baby and handing it off to someone. And so as precious as that is, They need to know about the fulfillment process because it's now out of our hands, out of their hands, and now in a third party's hands. So, from a client's perspective, what should they know about the fulfillment and shipping process?
Okay, good point. One key thing, and I like the term that the analogy as far as a baby, because as a founder, you have this, you've created you've started this business, you have this product, and you do take pride in it, and you are very you're carefully nurturing it, just as you would say, like a baby. They've shared their vision with us, and they're ready to move forward. And then we hand over this product that we've all both, as well as with the client and ourselves, have produced this beautiful a product that they had envisioned, and all of a sudden you hand it to them, and here comes fulfillment. As I mentioned earlier, hopefully they will have communicated effectively with the fulfillment house that they will have chosen, and been really clear as far as the care and how they handle the candles, even to the point of where they store the candles. And that also goes along if the client has decided to do the fulfillment themselves. Be mindful as far as where you're going to store them. This is not the time to receive your beautiful collection and then you sit it in the corner and it's 100 degrees out. The idea temperature for storage of soy coconut candle blend candles would be between 60 and 75 degrees.
Okay.
So hopefully, and I'm pretty certain, I feel confident that we will have talked about that, and they will have done their due diligence as far as research and know those small points, because it can really impact the overall product.
So now it's been shipped. It arrives to the client. How do you help ensure that client has a positive experience once the product arrives? It's in their hands. What do we contribute to that experience?
Again, we've kind of talked through, communication is key. We've kind of spoken throughout the duration, been communicating back and forth as far as not only the making the product, but the hands-off process as well. Chances are they will have either some have come in and they may want to shoot a little bit of footage, and that gives them an opportunity to hold, smell, and really experience the candle or the room spray or diffuser. They may have had samples sent to them. They may have even done some pre-orders. But from this stage, they're prepped, and we've not only prepped them, but we've made them aware of this is duration of this finalization of this project. So therefore, always make sure they're aware that we're here. If you have any questions, any kind of hiccups, because sometimes hiccups happen, reach out to us. And that's basically how I would mention, say that.
Yeah, and I think that to kind of add to that point, production is very, especially, our production manager, Kamaika, he is keen on making sure it arrives without damage. And while we can't ensure, that there isn't, like you said, an occasional hiccup, we make sure that everything is packed in, tightly, but enough room to make sure it's delivered safely, while also applying those stickers on the outside. Like, we're taking the necessary care to make sure that arrival of that product is smooth, headache free as best as we can. And we have really great partnerships of ones who come to pick up from us. And I think that they have learned the care that's necessary in order to deliver this final product to the client. So that experience we take rather seriously.
Absolutely. And if the client has chosen their own company to come and pick up, if they've chosen the shipping company that they have maybe worked with before, maybe never worked with, I am hoping that they will have really made that company aware of what their expectations are
Yes.
when it comes to the handling, the storing, and all of that. Because sometimes they're taking those candles across the country. And so I'm really hoping that in this case, we've had a good amount of communication with the client, but that client actually should communicate effectively with the shipping company, and then, of course, their fulfillment house that they will have chosen.
Yeah. Anywhere from, hey, we're going to need a lift gate when it gets picked up, to there being some, like you said, securely stored, and maybe it's a full, multiple pallets. Don't stack the pallets. Like all those are elements to make sure that that final consumer gets what they are expecting.
Exactly.
So on that note, what advice would you give a brand to help their orders run as smoothly as possible once production is complete? So it's in their hands now. What makes for a smooth delivery to the final consumer, in your opinion?
In my opinion, that consumer, you really want to build anticipation. Letting them know I've made this decision to, I have this new collection coming, or I have this new, just building the anticipation as far as what they have something new coming. That's important. And then from a social media standpoint, talk to your community. Make sure that they're aware of it. Maybe you may want to be strategic and do a pre-sale, type of strategy as far as how you want to get them out to the marketplace. But just be the excitement of it. Be even when they're filming you, and even when you're blogging about it or whatever. Build anticipation so they can be so excited about this new creative product that you have. It came from an idea that you had. This was your idea. This was your vision. And you'll get the support. I've been very fortunate in that we've gotten support not only from friends and family, but from people all over, not just in the U.S., who have been extremely supportive, and they continue to be. And so I think if nothing else, just keep the communication going. It's more than just selling a candle, or selling a room spray or diffuser or any product. It's really about just the long-term communicating, long-term relationship.
Yes.
Community
building is huge right now. And so that kind of contributes to what you were saying as far as a strategic marketing plan ahead of time. And a lot of times people want to see behind the scenes. So if it is like, hey, I got the tracking number for my order, hey, it's on its way to me in order to, then deliver it to you. All of that, people love that. They love that storytelling. They love that behind the scenes. They wanted your reaction to how things were, done. So all of that, I think, definitely plays a key role. And that's something that I think would be so advantageous for things to run smoothly. And then I think even what we've come across is a few of our clients will even put have us put a little note within each gift box that maybe sits atop the candle. And I think that, just that final unboxing experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, it starts steps ahead. It's not, to be, thought about last minute, but even that contributes to that final delivery to the end consumer. How much do they enjoy even unboxing it? Are they willing to get in front of a camera and show what they got in the mail from your brand? So make it a happy experience, but it takes a lot of forethought ahead of time, all those small details.
And if I may add, I can remember before, and it's still being done now, to just, from your strategic plan, sending a candle or a product to influencers. And that truly serves its purpose, or it served its purpose. But right now, our community is so involved in our story and building a culture. So therefore, sending it to the influencer is fine, but yet at the same time, them being aware of who you are and how this makes you feel, and really strongly being realizing that they are a part of that story. Story building is huge. so that they really feel that they know you.
Yeah.
And they know they're excited for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So we spoke on this whole process from start to finish. And so looking back, what's one thing you wish more private label candle clients understood before even starting?
Just understand the timeliness of it and the importance of just open communication about your vision.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can't help but emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So if you're a brand owner and you're thinking about launching a candle line, understanding the process can make all the difference. So reach out to us. We're here to help you, walk you through the process. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll be able to speak again soon. Maybe we'll discuss marketing. That was a hot topic this afternoon. Take care.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now.